5 times that trash talking backfired in chess. Okay, this is probably going to be a good article. There's a famous story in basketball featuring Boston Celtics legend Larry Bird. Before the first ever three-point shootout in 1986, he went into the locker room, asked who was finishing in second place, and walked out. He won the contest. There's nothing quite like trash talk paying off if you're the one dishing it out. Of course, if you're the one hearing the trash talk, there's nothing like seeing it backfire on your opponent. Throughout chess history, the latter possibility tends to play out more often. While games like basketball or cricket have more scope for trash talking than chess, that doesn't mean it can't happen in the royal game. It's especially common at clubs, parks, or coffee houses. In my early years of chess life, I used to go to a club in my town, and I can still recall being told during some games to run with your king now. Okay. On the professional or competitive level, players used to occasionally undercut other players in a tournament bulletin or newspaper column. These days, Twitter is the preferred medium for pre-match and post-match trash talk. Here are the 5 times that trash talking backfired in chess. Maurice Ashley in the park. We begin with a more classic example of trash talking. In chess, in the video below, we see GM Maurice Ashley both receiving and dishing out some good old-fashioned trash talk. All right, I guess we'll watch this.
Winston?
Wilson.
Wilson, where you from?
Boom, hit.
Where you from?
Oh.
You Jamaican? Yeah, boy?
No.
No?
Hit, boom.
Don't I get side?
I'm
I
sorry.
don't get side? As
What?
black?
I mean, yeah, if you want to play black, that's good. You hit, boom. Oh, you're a chess man. You're an expert.
Me?
Look at you. You don't even look at the board. Look at that. It does not even look at the board. Yeah, you don't even look at the board. Look at.
Ooh,
I can't actually increase the sound, unfortunately. Sounds at max on YouTube. Sorry, you guys.
You don't even look at the board, eh?
If you don't beat him French, you can't stay. We're gonna vic you.
Oh,
It's our house.
I noticed that he went to my student and he won't come to me, and I've been over there trying to get him over.
Maurice is like, is this guy on drugs?
There's a lot of trash talking in this place.
Yeah, we're gonna ban him for life.
Wait a minute. Let me
Here
get
it
rid of
comes,
this
you guys.
guy.
Here it comes.
He's not friendly. Whoa, 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 whoa. That was right there.
Oh,
Don't
I'm
try the
sorry.
trickery now.
No.
Is that how the trickery
That's okay.
works?
No.
That was like a magic
That's
trick.
okay.
I like the way you did that.
No, nothing happened.
That was like a magic trick.
Nothing happened.
My piece disappeared
Nothing has
from
happened
the
to you.
board. Wow, that was deep. That was some serious
nothing has
trickery. Let me
happened to
take
you.
that from you. Wait a minute. Wait a
Nothing
minute.
Look how he
happened
moves
to
fast.
you.
He's so
Nothing
mad
happened.
about
Be
it.
comfortable. Be nice. That's yours. That's
Nothing
okay.
has happened to
That's
you.
okay. I'll take all of these.
Now he's like
I think I
Superman
can
and
manage this
slamming the
position.
clock
You
because
want
it
my
didn't
bishop?
work.
I can't give him my bishop. I need that piece.
And remember what I said.
What'd you say?
Huh?
What'd
What
you
I
say?
said was
What'd you say? What'd you say?
What I said was
Was what?
once the time is over, click. That's
That's
it.
it? That's it?
Yeah.
All right, let's see what happens next.
Once it's over,
I think I can
Mate
figure
in
this one
three.
out. Mate in 23.
Made in 3.
23.
In 3.
23.
made in 23.
In 3.
It's good.
Let me go up here.
Actually, you guys asked a question. Someone says, would Maurice have won that without that knight if the guy had done the trick and gotten away with it? I think Maurice still would have beaten him, probably. I think Maurice still would have won the game.
Over here. In there.
In 3.
Down there.
In 3. That's it. That's game.
Only now?
That's game.
I thought it was over already. Wait a minute.
What's going on now?
I've heard of this rule called Ponte's Pawn en passant. I heard of that.
Oh,
rule.
yeah?
Yeah, I heard of that one.
You heard
I
that?
heard of it. Ooh, that's gonna make it easy.
Yeah, it resign.
game.
Cut.
Wilson, I appreciate it. Wilson, thank you very much.
Cut. I mean, cut.
Yeah,
I mean
You
it.
know, man?
I mean it. Yeah.
Come on, man. Don't
I
hurt
mean
me
it.
like that.
Thanks a lot.
Let me
Wilson,
get
I
a
appreciate
game.
it. Thanks a lot.
What is your name? You didn't tell me your name.
Maurice Ashley.
Maurice Ashley. Right. I like the way he goes back and does it. He's just like, Maurice Ashley. It's like, yeah, that's really well done. Maurice Ashley. Like, you can tell, just like, it's like so bad. All right. Ashley met not just a trash talker on this day, but a hustler who tried to take both of Ashley's knights on the same move. Slow motion replay at 2:30. Throughout the game, Maurice gave as well as he took on the talk. Chess Hustler's trash talk definitely backfired, as the game was no contest. Ashley won easily. Alright, next up, what is this? Vera Menchik Club. The famous Carlsbad tournament in 1929 featured some very strong players of the period, and it also included Vera Menchik. Prior to the event, Albert Becker, a Viennese master, made fun of the fact that she was invited and proposed the following. Gentlemen, I have a great idea. I suggest forming a club named after Vera Menchik. Those who will manage to lose a game to her will become full members of the club. Those who draw will only be considered as candidates for membership. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay. I guess that means that she probably won a game, right? She beat the guy. Yeah. Oh dear. Oh dear. Let's keep going. Oh dear. Menchik won the game, making Becker the first member of the Vera Menchik Club. Not only did she beat him, but she did so handsomely by dominating the game both positionally and tactically. If you've ever been a victim of trash talking in chess, I am sure you know how satisfying it is to punish it over the board. I can only imagine what it feels like to punish a trash talking misogynist by running over him. On the other hand, if you do decide to go the trash talking route to try to gain a psychological edge, make sure you are prepared enough for it not to backfire and never belittle another person because of their gender. All right. Double the prize. What is this? Double the prize. What if you had to win a chess game to save your life? Well, that's exactly what Russian-French player Osip Bernstein had to do. He was on the verge of being executed by a firing squad. On the day of his execution, one of the officials recognized his name as he was a chess lover himself. The verbal confirmation wasn't enough, and the official asked Bernstein to prove it by beating him in a game of chess. Bernstein won the game and was released. He eventually moved to France and continued his work as a finance lawyer and also kept in touch with chess. At the age of 72, he reached a semifinal of an event in 1954. His opponent, GM Miguel Najdorf, underestimated Bernstein and believed that he could easily beat him. He went on to convince the organizer to double the prize money as he was very confident of his victory. What followed next was an extraordinary display of great chess skills by Bernstein as he won the game. It is considered as one of his best chess achievements, and you can enjoy his impressive victory over his loudmouth opponent in the video below. Wow, that's pretty insane if it's true. I mean, who knows if it is or isn't, but that's still incredible either way. Wow, that's just nuts. I can't imagine that. All right, I'm sure that Bernstein's victory was that much sweeter after Najdorf had thrown shade, to put it mildly, at him. I also wonder how he spent the extra money he made thanks to his no doubt embarrassed opponent. Incredible. All right, Capablanca's dry style of play. GM FM Bogolyubov made some nasty remarks about Jose Raul's Capablanca's play in the bulletin of the Moscow 1925 event. Apparently, what many people admire about Capablanca's playing style, making chess seem simple, was not to Bogolyubov's taste. Capablanca defeated Bogolyubov in their game, but Bogolyubov went on to win the tournament. Their game in particular was discussed heavily, and there were some strong disagreements about the evaluations among the annotators. Edward Winter compiled them all in a wonderful article entitled Analytical Disaccord. Since Bogolyubov won the tournament, one could say the Cuban master won the battle but lost the war. That would have been the case if the story ended there. However, we would not be talking about it unless the trash talker ultimately ended up losing the war too. A few years later, Capablanca defeated Bogolyubov in an instructive endgame and proved his strength once again. Defeating someone who has talked trash to or about you publicly can be a satisfying experience indeed. All right. Okay, now we get to the good stuff, right? All right. Trash tweets and social media trolling. Trash talking now often begins on social media and is even fueled by fans and the press. One episode that deserves an article in itself is the funny tweets exchanges between world champion GM Magnus Carlsen and GM Anish Giri. Magnus writes, "The real story here is that you figure that tactics are not necessary to make solid draws. Recommended for people who play to win, though." Anish Giri writes, "In light of the recent hateful tweets from @Magnus Carlsen and his employees, we at Anish Giri Inc. have apparently taken a decision to hereby pause sponsoring his endeavors. Hashtag study chess. Okay, so Anish basically shows that he's not paying for Tactics Frenzy anymore. That's that's pretty good. That's a good one. Not bad. All right. The story of Carlsen and Giri's constant exchanges of compliments is perhaps one of the best known and most well documented in chess, thanks to their inclination to take matters to their social media channels. It all started back in 2018 when Giri joined GM Vladimir Kramnik's team to help him prepare for the Candidates tournament that year. Carlsen took this opportunity to take the first public jab in the Dutch Grandmaster's direction. So Magnus writes, so supposedly Anish Giri will be seconding Kramnik during the Candidates. Before Tata, an unbeaten +7 with just a few draws for Vlad. This would have been a clear-cut case of if you can't beat him, join him. Now it's rather if you can't draw him, join him. Okay. If you can't beat him, join him. If you can't draw him, join him. Oh, because he lost. Anyway, keep going. Some players would let this sort of remark come from the world champion go, but we all know Giri's witty sense and of humor. After a few tweet exchanges between the two players, things escalated when Carlsen posted the following message. Come on, that is just weak. Win a tournament for the first time in your life, and maybe people will start taking you seriously. Yeah, I mean, I've already said my general thoughts on a lot of what Magnus writes, but I actually like it. To me, it all feels pretty cringe, I have to say. So Anish writes, in wake of the World Championship qualifier, someone appears to be more nervous than all of the 8 candidates put together. Hint, it is not me or MVL. And then there's just this reply. I mean, what I would say, you know, in general about Magnus, I feel like a lot of times his tweets, like sometimes it's humorous, but I think more often than not, Magnus basically says these things that he thinks are funny, and maybe he says them to people around them who find them funny, but I think most people actually don't find them funny overall, and it just comes off as being pretty juvenile. That's what I would say objectively when I look at it. Specifically these ones, I think it's just bad. It's just bad. So let's keep going. The social media war of words between Carlsen and Giri reached its pinnacle prior to the Chessable Masters event online. Giri tweeted Carlsen in berserk mode tweeted about it and even made a video trolling the world champion. Okay, what is this video? Let's watch this.
Today, Magnus Carlsen played.
Wait, is this a Levy video? Wait, I thought this was an Anish video. Anyway, all right. You said it's just an intro, right? Let's watch it. Okay.
First competitive chess event on chess.com in nearly 3 years. That's mainly because he has an exclusivity contract with chess, much like Hikaru has with chess.com. I have a fun clip for you where Magnus trash talks Anish Giri.
Who doesn't love that?
Magnus, congratulations again for winning the match and moving on. One last question we like to ask everybody. You've got either Vladislav Artemyev or Anish Giri coming up next. Any pick on who you'd rather play?
I would rather play Artemyev. I think he's by far the strongest blitz player of those two. A little bit slow, but it's okay.
Nani?
He's gonna berserk? Wow. Okay. I'm not gonna berserk. I already said I'm tryharding, so I'm not gonna berserk. Obviously I'm not gonna do that. What is he doing? Just gonna play a close position, you know. And I'm gonna flag. I'm not gonna try to win on position at all. There is 0 point in that. BC5, what are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, that was a mouse slip. Wanted to go to a different square. But I understand that he wants to show off his newfound mouse speed, but this is simply not gonna work. Half a minute is not enough. Like, I mean, I'm playing so bad.
Is he a rook here?
But it's not gonna matter. It's not gonna matter one bit. I'm doing an admirable job in order not to win the game, but it's not gonna be enough. It's not gonna be.
Oh yeah, his mouse is definitely off here. Yeah, his mouse is really off. You can tell. Like,
I don't know. Wait. Push G5. Oh. Oh, he tricked me. Oh, what?
Yeah, his mouse is way off here.
Oh, just one more move. Just way too casual and way too arrogant. Oh, that was a nice trolling job. You have to give him that. Very nice job of trolling.
Yeah, that's a good video actually. That was a really good video. Really well done. He also won with the black pieces. He also won with the black pieces on demand in the event, and that created a lot of buzz on social media. To people who say I'm not objective, I can give you other examples, but very specifically, I'll give you a better example. When I won tournaments in Gibraltar and Zurich, I think this was 2016, if I'm not mistaken, Magnus came out and basically called the tournaments. He said they're Mickey Mouse tournaments. Now, maybe that's supposed to be funny, but objectively, I think it's frankly very disrespectful to the organizers who put together all these tournaments and hold them. So when Magnus makes that comment to take a jab at me, for example, it's not actually very funny. It's the sort of thing that, I mean, maybe he thinks it's funny, but it's actually just extremely disrespectful to the organizers who put on these tournaments. So when people think that I'm just saying these things, like it's not random that I say this. So yeah, so there's this video. Okay, let's see. So okay, as the tweet flattery between the two has not come to an end, it is impossible to say who will have the last laugh. Regardless, it's fair to say that their Twitter interactions, which have since become more lighthearted, do make us giggle. The next time you think about trash talking your opponent in any setting, remember what you read in this article. It could backfire. Have you ever played a game where trash talking occurred? Does trash talking give the player an extra boost to do their best? Are you aware of other famous instances where trash talking backfired? Let us know in the comments below. Now, there is one other trash talking instance I'm familiar with, which is, I don't think it was on Twitter, so it probably doesn't exist anymore, but I remember when Magnus played a game against Kramnik and I think it was Vicon Z at the time. It wasn't called Tata still. There was a game they played, I want to say like in 2010 maybe, where Magnus wrote something on Facebook like 20 minutes before the game, and he wrote something about how he was gonna crush Kramnik or something, and then Kramnik played one of the greatest games of his life. It was in some Catalan. I don't remember what year it was, and I'm sure the comments are gone, but I do remember that Magnus did that one wasn't really toxic, that was more just a joke, but he did say something about that. And then Kramnik, I think he sacked in exchange, and he won a beautiful game in the Catalan. So that was just something that I recall, but there aren't really many others that I would say in terms of this. But yeah, that's what it is. All right, that's the end of this article as well, it looks like. So I think I'm gonna go back, do some puzzles for a little bit, and keep going. Trash talking does not suit Magnus. He trash talked you and then lost to. I mean, I think it's some mix. You try to be edgy versus all these other things, and yeah, it's what it is. But for example, I don't ever do that. I just don't do that. I think if anything, there's no upside and only downside. I think all that happens is that when you do that, you only provide ammunition for your opponents. And anybody who wants to say rude things about me, you can say that. But if you want to hold me responsible for everything that I did when I was younger, especially when I was like, 20 and younger specifically, that's fine. But then you should hold everyone else the same standard. Everything that they did that was wrong when they were kids too. You don't get to say all these negative things about me and then not say negative things about everybody else. That's all I'm gonna say.